Hello everyone, this is Al Finch with my assistant Hand. Today we have a Commander Legends Dungeons & Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate commander deck that we are going to unbox for you. We're going to use it in our next game. This is
Included Collector's Boost, Sample Pack Plus, Legendary Traditional Foils 2.
And what is the name of the deck?
Party Time.
Yep, and do you remember the year it came out?
2022.
Yep.
It is down here in this tiny text right there.
Yep, they won't be able to read it.
LSS. PO Box.
Oh, don't read that.
707.
Unless they're lawyers, they'll probably just fall asleep. All right, so, Hand, do you want to commence with the unboxing? So this is the actual deck right here. The cards are inside of it. Those are extra pieces. So if you want, all right, you can punch out those pieces later. Why don't you show everyone what that is so they can see it? Why don't you show it on the screen? They can't see it. They can't see what you're doing. So it's got tokens, all right, that you can punch out on the side. We don't have to punch them out now, but sometimes people like to use those as counters in games.
We can use them as 1/1 counters or tokens.
Yeah, we could do that. Sometimes you just need weird tokens, right? I can't remember in this particular set. I don't think there's anything like, poison or experience tokens, but you never know.
Oh yeah, there is experience tokens.
Oh, is that one?
I think.
Why don't you set it down and read it for everybody?
One of the other ones of these has an experience token on it, by the way. That's why I got confused.
Okay.
2 different boxes.
All right. We got this thing, which I consider a card divider. I'll use that in one of my deck boxes. Might be a little wide, but we'll find out. And
Very complicated box.
Right? I don't know why they put these. It says you may use these punch outs as counters or as victory confetti. You know what confetti is? It's basically like debris. What's that? See, when we're unboxing, we need to explain what these things are that we're looking at.
I don't know.
You don't know? All right. So, Hand, you might say, Al, what is this thing? You might. I'm guessing you won't. All right, so I'm going to pretend you said that. What do you think this might be if I give you a hint?
Oh.
What is it?
I already know what it is.
Well, they don't know. This is an unboxing, dude.
We already posted one Magic the Gathering game. This is why we chose this pack. It's one of my favorite. It was one of the ones I chose. There was only 2, and this one is the only one out of these.
Set it out here while you're talking about it. Yep. Some of the
now you have a new deck box.
Yeah, the old commander sets have deck boxes with them, and extra boosters and life dials. So this one goes up to 40, which is starting life for a lot of commander games. If you have a life gain deck, it's kind of irritating. I wish it went up to 60, but in any case, we'll see if there's any life gain in this deck. All right, you've got a little fold out. It's basically like a miniature poster. If you flip it over, you can see the big picture on the side. And it talks about how you use that deck. Yep, she is an adventurer being attacked by a gelatinous cube.
That's a stuffy. I don't know where it got, but I remember it from somewhere.
I think your grandpa got that for us at Gen Con, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I think this is a toy.
Oh yeah.
I had like 2 or 3 years ago when I played with.
Oh yeah. So we had our Displacer Beast, which folded up as almost like a transformer and a dog.
We had an owl, this, that, we have these two, and the black dragon. This one's missing his tail. The black dragon's missing something. The owl's complete not. It was in the tail like the same with the dragon, and it had missed a lot of pieces. So the owl is complete gone. Don't know where it is. The dragon can be used, but most of these toys have been used and lost.
And loved. So, you know, you had your beholder
Sentiment.
and a displaced piece. Oh, yeah.
Remember what you said? A toy isn't actually a toy unless you play with it.
Right.
Then it's just a collector's piece.
Yep. And I like playing with the toys. That's why I loved them growing up, and that's why I still get them.
And no wonder you don't do your Transformer thing, because they're fragile. As soon as you break a piece, those pieces are not coming back together.
Yeah.
That's what you said to me.
Some of the old toys just don't hold up. We got a few that are older that, you know, do hold up just fine.
Yeah, because they have no moving pieces.
These are ones that I remember my dad getting when I was your age.
You mean Grandpa?
He got them for when we were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
By the way, something to say to the camera. Al is a fan of Godzilla, King Kong. I think he's Pacific Rim poster over there.
Yeah. You know,
He
there'll
has
be another video
Dragon Head.
where we can talk about all that stuff. We probably ought to focus on the unboxing, or we'll
And
get
he loves Transformers.
people will lose interest because they're like, where's the magic cards?
It's an unboxing with lore.
Right, so we have one extra kind of miniature collector's booster. Let's see what we got here. Hold it over here, hand, so that folks can see it as you're unwrapping it. Otherwise it makes for kind of a boring video. All right, can you read the titles of any of those cards and hold them up so people can see them?
Make new friends each Friday night. Collect with your fellow Magic card players. FridayNightMagic.com.
Why don't we use the cube here as your platform? Set the
Magic
card that you're
card?
talking about on top of it, and it might get it a little closer to the camera so they can read it. That's an ad. So
Yep.
we're not doing any paid advertising yet, so let's stick to the regular cards. Okay, what's
Yeah,
that
we
one?
have no advertisements. All that we will create are homemade.
Yep. All right, what's this?
Cloak of the Bat.
And it's an artifact equipment.
Equipment creature has flying and haste. Equipment. It just costs 2 colorless. It's an instant win because you can use any color. But the bad thing about colorless is the fact that if you use colorless, it doesn't transfer to other cards. You can use colorless mana, different colors of mana to go onto colorless. But colorless can't be transferred to those manas. So that's the annoying thing.
Yep. All right, what's the other one?
Have to look at this. I don't know how to say this.
All right, why don't you let me read this? Okay, so let's see.
John
Irenicus
Shattered
1, and it's
Jeef D.
It's 2 colorless.
1 blue, 1 black.
Set it over here. They can't see it.
D 2021.
Yeah.
Jeff D 2021.
Yeah, that's the dude that drew it. So it's a legendary creature.
Elf Wizard. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent gains control up to 1 target creature you control. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and if it's and it tap and tap it, it's
That's a tough word. Goaded
for the rest of the game, and it gains the creature you can't be sacrificed whenever you creature own it. Can I go get my glasses?
Yeah, sure. I'll hit pause. right, we're back.
Got my glasses.
All right.
I have farsight. That means I'm not good at far vision, or I'm in close-sighted. That's correct. I'm close-sighted. That means I'm better at close sight.
Yep, let's put the card back and see if you can read it now. The very last couple sentences.
At the beginning of your end step, target creature opponent gains control of up to one target creature you control. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it and tap it. It's goaded for the rest of the game, and it gains this creature can't be sacrificed. Whenever your creature or you own but didn't control attacks, you draw a card.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good card. I know it's got a lot of weird technical speak in there, but basically, right, you are taking a creature, okay, that an opponent has, or actually giving them a creature. You're putting a couple of +1/+1 counters on it, so you're making it bigger, and then that creature can't attack you if there's another opponent on the field for the rest of the game. It can't be sacrificed, so they can't get rid of it. Every time that thing attacks somebody, you get to draw a card. And it's got to attack somebody because of the way goaded works. It's great until the very end of the game, but you know what? It's a blue and black card. You'll have a way of getting rid of the creature before the end of the game, I'm sure. All right, do you want to get into the actual deck now? We take these and set them aside. I don't think we'll be able to use the legendary creature in the deck, but if you wanted to, we could probably add in the Cloak of the Bat because it's colorless and it matches with the commander.
I don't think we have enough of that because this is already 100.
Yeah, that's true. We could potentially take something out, but hey, it's up to you. Why don't we go ahead and open that one? Remember, open things in the middle of the pug's belly or they can't see it. Here's what I'm going to suggest.
Oh yeah, we don't need 100.
I pause the video and you look through the deck now and find the things you think are the most interesting and then we talk about them. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. Why don't you show them the top card though, because that is the commander. Why don't you read that one off and then we'll pause and take a look-see.
You can, this is
highlights.
for them. This is, if you could give me the gelatinous cube.
Ah, okay. You want to put the bigger foil
Yeah,
thing up
it's so
there?
they can see it.
Okay. All right. Why
Way
don't
better.
you,
Like right here.
all right. Why don't you read
Gelatinous
that
cube.
out?
You may look at the top card of your library.
Well, let's start out with the name. I know that's tough.
Nalita.
Nalia.
Nalia de Arminis.
Yeah, and then,
1 colorless, 1 white, 1 black.
all right, it's a legendary creature.
Human rogue.
Yep.
You may
Now,
look at the top of any card of your library at any time. You may cast a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard spells from the top of your library. That means spells from the cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard can be spells from the top of your library at the beginning of you may cast. So
yep,
at the
so,
beginning of your combat, if your turn on your turn, if you have a full party, you put a 1/1 counter on the creature you control. And those creatures gain death touch until end of turn.
all right, so, sounds like what she does is she lets you look at the top card of your deck. You can play anything that's a Dungeons and Dragons class, wizards, rogues, warriors, and the like. That's getting in the way of the picture.
I'm just going to talk about it. Popular Magic format. Standard.
Okay.
The standard format uses 60 card decks. It's up to recently made Magic sets. Boost draft. Players on boost packs and take turns picking cards from boosters until 40 card decks. Each commander. Each player chooses a legendary creature to be the commander. They builds a 99 card deck around that creature.
Yep. So it's just describing different ways to play Magic. This is a commander deck, so that's why she's our commander. So yeah, as we said, it lets us cast any of these creature types that are from Dungeons and Dragons. Then we get to make them, if we've got a bunch of them, bigger, right? You can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control, and then it gets Death Touch, which means if it does damage, it destroys something that it damages.
Do you feel the fuzziness when you look at like the finger right in here?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I get the fuzziness when my glasses are up here. It's because my eyes, like my nerves, activate here, even though it's not being touched.
Mm-hmm. All right, I am going to go ahead and pause, and then when we can come back, we'll look at some of your most interesting cards from the deck.
The creature walks with its tentacles.
They can't see it if it's not on the pug.
Look, I'm using these eye stalks as legs, and then this is in the ball holder, and then these are its tentacles, and these are its eyes.
All right.
Tentacles. Bleh, 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 bleh.
And we'll see you in a while, folks. All right, and we're back again, folks. Hand and I have each chosen 5 cards that we want to talk about. We think are the most interesting inside that pack. So, go ahead.
It's gonna go you. No, it's gonna go me, you, me, you.
All right.
Then it's gonna go you, me. No, it's gonna go me, you, me, you.
I thought only cats went me, you. All right. So why don't we set the card we're going to talk about on the face of this gelatinous cube? Okay?
So I'm gonna start with my first 3 cards. Then
line those up over there. Let my OCD take over for a moment. There we go. See in the middle? See on the pug's gut? All right. Now take your first card. Let's turn it up on the face of the slime.
I'm gonna show my first 2, then you're gonna show 3, then I'm gonna show 2.
Let's just do one at a time, otherwise it's gonna be hard to talk about them.
Black Market Connections.
So it's 2 colorless and 1 black, and
Enchantment. Didn't notice that before.
yeah, that means it sits out. All right, can you read the box?
At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, choose 1 or more,
Spell contraband. Or sell contraband, yes.
And create a treasure token. You lose 1 life. Buy information, draw a card, you lose 2 life. Hire mercenary, create a 2/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling. You lose 3 life. It has a trend of 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Because the better and better stuff.
So you think that, the best options cost the most?
No, I'm saying the best options in certain situations.
So
it's better in more situations for the bottom one. This is good in less situations. The less the life, the worse it is in more situations.
yeah. So yeah, this is an interesting card. It's very complicated. It's got a lot of moving parts, right? And it happens every turn before you draw a card. So you get to choose, but you have to choose. So it basically puts a timer on you, right? You have to lose at least 1 life. You might lose 2, or you might lose 3. So every turn you lose a little bit of life just for having this card out. But it's such a powerful effect. A lot of people like this one. This one is one that I've seen in other sets. Which is your favorite effect? Creating a treasure token, which gets you mana, drawing a card, or getting a creature?
Drawing a card.
Yeah. I kind of like getting a creature for this deck, because remember, our legends care about creature types, right? She likes seeing whether or not we have clerics, rogues, warriors, and wizards. So this puts out clerics, rogues, warriors, and wizards. Useful, right? Is there anything else you wanted to say about the card?
Other than the fact that it has every creature type.
Yep.
And the fact that it's a gold, which is rare, correct. I think rare should be gold. Common's black, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Orange is
The epic
thing.
rare.
And then what's the colorless that's limited?
So you have the epic orange, you have the gold, which is rare, the silver is uncommon, and then the common is black. So we have mostly...
I think the uncommon should be blue.
Oh yeah? Okay.
That's the only difference I would make. What's the limited items?
Well, there are some that are numbered, and you would see those like very, very rarely. It'll be like, there's only 1 out of 100 of these that exist, and it'll say on the card. I don't think we have any numbered ones.
No, I'm talking about like that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know that. I'm talking about what would this be?
It's rare.
It just has gold.
Yeah, there's less of them than there are of the silver and black ones. There are less of the orange ones than there are of the gold, silver, and black ones. So this is the second most rare. You want me to put my card up, or do you have any other questions?
No questions.
All right. So this is one that I chose. This one is actually the alternative commander, okay? So it is Burakos, party leader, 3 colorless, 1 black, another legendary creature, orc. And it is an epic rare. You can see from the orange sign. Burakos, party leader, is also a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. So he's all of the types that we care about in the deck. Whenever Burakos attacks, defending player loses X life, and you create X treasure tokens, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Do you know what the party is?
It's like a creature. Card.
So party is made of creature cards. Parties include, remember the ones we care about, clerics, rogues, warriors, and wizards. So if you have a creature that's a cleric, that's one of your party. Rogue is another, warrior is another, and wizard's another. Even though he's all of the different types, he only gets to count for 1. So you'd have to have 3 other creatures, each with a different type from him. Well, the same type as him, I guess, technically, for you to have a full party. So that means when he attacks, the player loses basically up to 4 life, and you create up to 4 treasure tokens. It also says choose a background. We'll get to that later. What do you think of him?
He is a gold. No, not a gold, an orange.
Yep.
So he's an alternate commander. That's how you can figure it out. Oh, it says legendary on it if it has orange.
No, there are legendaries that are uncommon and rare too. This is talking about, how often the card is printed. Legendary just tells you whether or not a creature basically can be a commander.
Oh.
Yeah. So anything that's a legendary creature right now, and in some weirdo cases, planeswalkers, and then space stations, which are in the new set. Those can be commanders too.
Yeah, space station.
Yeah.
Surprising. I just defeated with a nuclear missile.
Yeah. I don't know if they've got any nukes in the new set or not. I bet there were some in the Fallout, though. All right, let's get your next card.
Look at this. Oops, excuse me.
Yep, I see. He's very spinny. Folks are going to want to see the cards, though. They're not here to see the Beholder Acrobat. As cute as he is. All right, what you got here, kid?
Seasoned Dungeoneer.
Okay, now this one.
Creature, human, and warrior, gold. Whenever Seasoned Dungeoneer enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Don't know what that means.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Keep reading.
Initiative, I think, means, out of my memory, you take the first thing. That means you take the initiative. Like you're the leader, you do the first thing.
Yep, so in regular life, taking the initiative means you are taking action, and usually taking action first, right? You're acting before other people. In this game, taking the initiative is a lot more complicated. There's a lot of people that aren't very fond of the idea of the initiative because you have to have an extra card that you look at. Basically, when you take the initiative, you go into a dungeon, and this is the dungeon that you enter. It's called the Undercity. It says you can't enter this dungeon unless you venture into the Undercity. So taking the initiative basically gives you a chance to venture into the Undercity. Here it actually explains what the initiative is. Whenever one or more creatures a player you control deal combat damage to you, that player takes the initiative. So you can take initiative away from somebody if you damage them. Whenever you take the initiative, at the beginning of your upkeep, venture whenever you've taken the initiative, at the beginning of your upkeep, venture into the Undercity. So what happens is before you draw a card on your turn, if you have the initiative, you get to go into one of these rooms, and you can split it and go down the path. There's a lot to talk about there.
Let me see.
While you're reading that, I'm going to finish reading the end of this dude. His casting cost is 1 white and 3 colorless. And as we said before, whenever you attack, target attacking cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard gains protection from creatures until the end of turn.
What does scry mean?
And it explores.
What does scry mean?
Scry means looking at the top of your deck. So if it says scry 2, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, and then you choose whether or not to put them back or put them on the bottom. And I believe you can also rearrange which order they're in, too. It's not as good as drawing a card, but it's pretty good if you can scry.
Okay, so the Undercity. What I'm gonna do is I'm always gonna stay there. I'm never gonna go past here. I'm not gonna go in there.
Set it over here so people can see.
I will go this path. Scry 2. Stash. Gain a creature token. Then, if I'm going down here, I'll leave, then come back, then go Forge, Edge, go to target creature, and draw a card.
Yeah, so you have to keep moving through the dungeon as far as I'm aware, so you can't sit on any particular one. But it is interesting, isn't it? But it's also very complicated, which is why a lot of people don't necessarily like playing with it.
I'm not gonna... Are you allowed to not use the initiative? That means you don't move off of this room?
Let's see. Well, no, I don't even think it's a may option. You just have to take the initiative. So, yeah, it's a complicated card. We'll deal with it when we have to deal with it. We might not even draw it during the game. And if you don't want to play it, yeah, if you don't want to play it, you don't have to. All right, my turn.
I know what I'm gonna do. If I ever play that against the Hydras, I'm gonna sacrifice it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to here, then sacrifice it.
That would be funny. You only play the initiative cards to sacrifice them. All right, folk.
And get stuff.
Yeah, folk hero. This actually combos with that other commander that I was showing you. Remember the guy that I brought up? It says choose a background. This thing is a background, right? So any creature that lets you choose a background lets you pair up an enchantment. So this and this both sit in the command zone. It's a weirdo option. So now you can have enchantments in with your creatures in the command zone. That's a special thing. It's not something that we did for a long time.
But it costs 2 plus 4. That's 6 mana to play it.
Yep.
That's 6 mana to play that.
Probably end up playing this first and then get the other one out later. It says commander creatures you own have, whenever you cast a spell that shares a creature type with this creature, draw a card. That ability triggers only once each turn. So this guy has all 4 creature types, right? That we care about, the rogues, warriors, wizards, and clerics. So anytime you make a rogue, warrior, cleric, wizard, all right, and you cast it, you get to draw a card. That's what this does. It just gives you some extra cards for playing creatures that match your party type. All right, let's get yours. Just set him up here so people can see. All right, now why did you pick this one? I know why. Because
Tired.
it's Yeah.
No, it's not because it's a cat. It just has an interesting thing. The mage attendant enters the battlefield to create a 1/1 blue wizard with token. Is it creature with token? Sacrifice. One colorless is this creature. Counter non-creature or spell unless it's controlled by its controlled place.
Yeah, I know. It's got a lot of text, especially for an
I
uncommon.
just realized sacrifice creature count. No.
So, a mage's attendant. Do you know what an attendant is?
Let me go rest. You can talk about it and say what your part is.
All right, you sit over there. You know, we don't have to keep filming.
No, I can keep talking. It's just that my back needs relaxation.
All right, you're acting like you're the, old person here. It's funny.
I'm tired.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, mage's attendant. An attendant is a person that helps out another person. So he's a person that helps out mages. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's why they have a wizard.
Yeah. So the mage's attendant enters the battlefield, and you make a 1/1 blue wizard
It's like
creature
a
token.
business attendant. An attendant is in a building that helps you stuff.
So you make a wizard that he can help. Now here's the funny part. The wizard can be sacrificed. So you spend 1 mana to sacrifice the wizard, and then if you do, you can counter a non-creature spell unless somebody pays 1 mana. So this thing makes a tiny little counter spell that you can spend.
What does counter spell do?
Counter spell keeps another spell from happening. So if I were to say cast a spell that says, I'm going to destroy all your creatures, I can say, I'm going to sacrifice my wizard for 1. Now you have to pay 1 more extra mana. And if they weren't paying attention, and they don't have 1 more extra mana, you know what happens to their spell?
It destroys?
It doesn't work. It gets countered. That's what that's called.
That means the spell, if it doesn't stick on the board, it just goes away?
Just goes away. We don't play a lot with counters because they're complicated, so I don't usually put them in the decks that you use. But they are a favorite type of spell by more advanced Magic players, ones that like to think they outthink their opponents by, oh, you're going to play your best spell? Well, guess what? I'm going to not make it work.
When they probably have a bunch of mana saved up to counter it. If they're playing against another counter person, then they're gonna know about the counter spell in there.
Yeah.
So they're gonna instantly counter it with mana by always keeping some mana left.
Yep, and this one's a little easier to work around, but a lot of counter spells are hidden. People don't know that you have them, and you surprise people with them. But this one people can work around. You want me to talk about my next card while you're still resting?
Yeah.
All right, this one I picked out is a multi-class Baldric. It's an equipment for 1 colorless. Equipped creature has lifelink if you control a cleric, death touch if you control a rogue, haste if you control a warrior, and flying if you control a wizard. That means as you have a full party, prevent all damage that would be dealt to equipped creature. Equip 2. So this one benefits from having all those class types again. Do you want to talk about your next card, or are you worn out? All right, back in the saddle again. You want me to read this one?
Yeah, I just gotta relax for a minute.
All right, this is the Maskwood Nexus, 4 colorless artifact. Creatures you control are every creature type. Basically gives them changeling.
Yep.
The same true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So you could put this out and say, everything in my deck is now a warrior, a wizard, a rogue, or a cleric. Do you think that might be useful?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Because that's what we care about, having creatures of those types. And then you can spend 3, tap it, and create a 2/2 blue shapeshifter creature token with changeling. So again, you can put out a creature of any type that you need for just 3 mana And you can do it as often as you have 3 mana, and you can untap this thing. Got any questions about it?
Just thought it was cool.
All right, I'll put mine up. This one is a Solemn Doom Guide. 3 colorless, black, creature, Tiefling Cleric. It's flying. It's a 4/5, so pretty beefy creature. Each creature card in your graveyard that's cleric, rogue, warrior, and or wizard has unearth 1 black, 1 colorless. Basically, unearth means this. You return that creature to the battlefield. That creature gains haste, means it can attack right away. Then you exile it at the beginning of the end step if it would leave the battlefield. Okay? Or if it would leave the battlefield. Unearth only as a sorcery. So it lets you reuse a cleric, wizard, warrior, or rogue once for 1 black and 1 colorless, and then it goes away. Any questions about that one?
Nope.
Alrighty.
Since I didn't remember it. Legendary creature, Cat Warrior.
Yep.
First strike. That means this can be the commander too.
Well, he's not paired up with another thing. He can be a mono white commander, but he can't do black and white. Does that make sense?
Attacking creature you control gets X, which I will count as always 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 until end of turn, where 1 is the number of creatures attacking creatures. Haha. My car is my source of my inspiration. My brother is the embodiment of my aspirations.
Johnny Goldmane. Yep. So this was a legendary creature from an earlier set, and he's a 4/4 for striker, Giselle Goldmane. So he's like the brother of a famous card called a Johnny Goldmane, a famous planeswalker. He's 2 white and 2 colorless. Basically, if you can spend 3 white and 2 colorless, he can beef up your entire team. And the more creatures you've got, the bigger they get. If you attack with 4 creatures, you spend that much mana, everybody gets +4/+4. Pretty crazy, right? If he's a 4/4 and there are 3 other creatures on the field and you get that, he becomes an 8/8. And they get at least, 5/5 because they add in.
Or if they have a 0 attack, they become a 4/5.
Yeah, it's true. It's rare that happens, but it does happen. All right, you got anything else you want to say about it?
Nope, other than it's an orange.
Yep, it is an epic rare. All right, was that your last one?
Yep.
This is my last one, and then we can wrap up this unboxing video. This one is another reprint. It's kind of a famous card, Mutavault. You tap, add a colorless land, should say. It is spend 1, Mutavault becomes a 2/2 creature with all creature types till end of turn. It's still a land. So useful again, because you can turn this into wizard, warrior, rogue, cleric, whatever you need. A lot of people like this card for that reason. It's highly sought after by a lot of folks. All right. Yep, a lot of people kind of do that to their initiative cards. All right. That, I think, covers the cards that we thought were the most interesting looking out of the deck. Of course, it's a giant deck. There's a lot of other highlights in here. These were a pretty good series, in my opinion. A lot of classic commander cards. It should be fun to play. I'm looking forward to playing.
She's kneading on a blanket.
Yep.
Oh, she's making herself clean.
All right. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap things up. Have a good one, everybody.